Whitefish in the boat, that's the first. We're idiots. We saw this and we're waiting for 9. Boat launch parking, $10. There we go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cast and Conquer channel. We're in the boat. We got a pile of bugs with us, but we got optimal conditions for walleye today. We're gonna be on Lake Clear in Opiongo. We put in at Opiongo Resort. We stopped at Al's Bait and Tackle this morning. We got some beautiful, beautiful minnows. We've been struggling. We spent the last 2 days on the Ottawa River. Some wicked days from Al's. But like I was saying, we spent the last 2 days on the Ottawa River chasing walleyes the first day. We got a bunch of eater-sized walleyes. Yesterday, our mission was pike. It just wasn't happening. We had similar conditions to today. We couldn't get on them. We had one small one in the net that got out. But today we're gonna get the scope going, we're gonna drive around, and we're gonna sharp shoot walleye. Hopefully get some really nice ones for the camera. We're not looking to eat. We might keep 1 or 2, but we got all day to find them. This is my first time here in the boat. I've been here many times on the ice. We did see a pile of whitefish in like 12 feet of water driving out. So we could do whitefish, perch, pike as a backup plan. But let's get dialed in. There's one other boat on the lake. I think our chances are very good. Let's get after them. First one, baby. Don't be a bass or something. That's a nice walleye, dude. It's a really nice walleye. Oh, it's a good one. It's better than anything we've got so far this whole trip.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Sir! We found them. Buddy. They're 38 feet of water. Everybody said shallow. They're not shallow. They're deep. That's a nice one.
That is a nice one.
That's a 20-incher for sure. We got gold, baby. We've taken a long time to find fish. Randy saw fish right off the bat when we had started. We made a big loop. We couldn't find any more fish there. Talked to my buddy Cody. He's a master on this lake. He said, come to this one island. We came over by the island. We started scoping shallow because everybody was saying to go shallow. No, 38 feet of water. The fish have moved out. Water's 60 degrees. Jig and a minnow. We're using a head spinner with just a small shiner from Al's, like I said. First gold of the day. That's a nice one. Not a giant, but they do have to be 19 3/4 inch here to keep. So we're gonna check out. Just hits. It's right there. Perfect one. Just over the slot. Going in the box. We're allowed 2 each in this lake. It's pretty special limits here, but the fishery is so good. This is the first fish and it's bigger than anything we saw when we were fishing walleyes the other day. So in the box she goes. Gonna get a new minnow on. Back to it. 38 feet of water. That just confirmed it. We just caught one. It was a nice one. It wasn't even nearly as big as even the last 2 we saw.
Go eat. Go eat.
Got him. Second one of the day. Jig and wrap fish. Nice. Yes. I think that one's too small though, to be honest. Yeah, 17.5. We've been driving around. We found the desired depth that we like and that we've been seeing the fish at, and we've just been covering ground trying to find new spots. We had come through an area and there was a bunch of fish. We came back through it. 17.5 incher. A little bit too small to eat, but we're gonna throw this guy back. Really nice one. We got a quick release. This guy came on a jig in there. Yeah. And there's fish on the screen, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna fish right until dark. Oh, it was, oh. They were definitely walleyes. It's a good one. Maybe they're smallies? I don't know. I think it's a nice walleye though. The other one was bigger too. Alright, so they're 50 feet of water, the walleyes. They're in 50 feet of water.
Deep.
They real deep. Third one. We're getting the hang of it. We're just running and gunning. Jigging wrapped the last two fish. Size 7 perch. This particular jigging wrap has been annihilated. Had a tough winter in Quinty, but probably about another 17 incher. We're gonna let this one go. 48 feet of water. We pushed out a little deeper. We started seeing a lot of fish. We're like, they gotta be whiteys. The first ones we drop on, I spooked one. This guy came out of nowhere. The other fish was quite a bit bigger, so I think we're gonna stick with 38 to 48 feet now. We were trying to do 35 to 40. I think we're gonna push out a little more, and it looks like these gold bars are a little bit deeper than we thought. But the program is working. Scoping, not hoping. Wow, he had some blood on his face. Where is it? We're trying for whitefish and we're getting walleyes on vibratos. It's okay. I knew when I put it on. Well, maybe it's a whitefish, you never know. I kind of think it's a walleye though. Oh, it's a whitefish. It's a giant whitefish, dude. It's a giant whitefish. It's a giant whitefish. It's my PB for sure. Come on, please stay on. Dude, that's like the biggest whitefish I've ever seen. Oh my god, their mouths are paper too. Yes! It's okay. Holy moly, that's a big whitey. Alright, we're on a program. We're on a program. That's a beauty whitefish. All right, well, we came into an area that we saw a pile of fish, and I knew that they were gonna be whitefish. We put a vibrato on. This fish was suspended like 20 feet down. When he hit it so aggressive, I was sure it was gonna be a walleye. That is a beautiful, beautiful whitefish. And we're gonna be keeping that guy to bring home for the smoker, for Sean. Jerome. Look at that guy, he just smashed it. What a good fight. That was wicked. There's like 15 of them under the boat right now. Randy's gonna put a vibrato on. I think we're gonna keep a few of these for the smoker if we can get on them. We'll go back to walleyes later, but for now, whitefish in the boat, that's a first for me. I've done them on the ice, never ever in the boat. That is sick. Vibratos, Randy. We got whitefish! Doesn't feel as big as that first one, but I feel like they come up easy and then they fight good at the... Oh, he pooped. Oh yeah. Whitefish number 2. We switched from the vibrato to a mini jigging wrap in white. It did not work. We switched to a gold with a silver belly. I figured they wanted something more realistic. 3 came in, the smallest one in the group, but that's okay. Number 2, whitefish in the box. 3 o'clock. We're gonna go back to walleye eventually, but right now there's so many whitefish here. Like there's sometimes 10 on the screen at the same time. So we're gonna try to get another 1 or 2 of those, because that is super fun on the light gear. and then we'll go back to sharpshooting walleye. But the key has just been, the wind has picked up a little bit, spot locking on the spot. These fish are just swimming around in this area. There's actually one right here right now. We're gonna try to drop while the camera's on. Oh, no we're not, because we're tangled in the net. My caddy didn't do my bait. The tiniest little jigging wrap in pink and silver. We're just putting that down there, and we're waiting for them to swim right under the beam, and then as soon as you move it, they race over, and it's all about doing the right little... There's one coming right now. The only problem with these light baits is it takes forever to get down, and you don't have good contact with the jig. But you do when you hook up with the fish. I felt him real good. Come on, baby. Come on. Yeah, he did it. 55 feet of water. I think it's a good one. Like, I think it's the biggest of the day, maybe. Yeah, it is. That's a beauty?
Yeah.
That is a beauty. 21-inch walleye. So we went back to the walleyes. The whitefish got slow. We just came around the point here. Brand new spot on the island. 21-inch beauty. That'll be our second keeper. My limit is filled. It is up to Randy now to get to. And that's a beauty. We're gonna do walleyes now. It's 4:30. We got about 5 hours of walleye fishing. The bite gets better and better as the darkness comes. This fish did not hesitate. Head spinner jig from Frostbite, tipped with a minnow. I even put a trailer hook on there because they were short striking the big shiners. He did not miss. We got him. We got him in the box. All right, so that is what we are using. The second biggest head spinner jig from Frostbite. There's a beautiful little propeller on the front there. Every little movement up and down just gets that moving, and when that fish is on there, he cannot say no to that little blade moving. We're taking a medium-sized shiner, and the way I like to hook these, there's many different ways, but I just go in the mouth. These Frostbite jigs have a really nice long shank, out the gill, and then I turn the hook and I go right on the lateral line and put it right through the side. And like I said, it's a pretty big minnow, so there's a pretty good distance between where the hook is and the tail. So we're running just a clip-on stinger hook that clips onto the eye of the hook, and I'm just going right to the tail of the minnow, and I'm just sticking one of the prongs in. So when the fish bite that tail and they try to short strike you and you lose your minnow on the hook set, he's getting both of those hooks in the mouth. We're rigged, ready to go on the Loomis with a Stratic. We got 10-pound braid, 8-pound fluoro leader. Sometimes I don't like to run that stinger only because I feel like the fish do see it sometimes, but this water is ultra crystal clear. Like, you cannot get clearer water than this, and they don't seem to mind. We got a nice box of fish, 2 walleye, 2 whiteys. Supper. Come on, that's a nice one. Yes, that's a good one. This is gonna be a net fish for sure. This is gonna be a net fish. Oh yeah, baby! To finish the night, we got a tank. Well, a tank for the day. That is a beauty walleye. Head spinner and the minnow combo sealed the deal. Sun went down. I said, Randy, we're gonna get one more. We're coming back tomorrow. We're just starting to figure the lake out. We got a couple spots now. We'll go over how we broke it down, what we're gonna do different tomorrow. But there's that fish. Probably about another 20-incher. That would be a keeper, but I already got my 2, so this guy's gonna go back. But tomorrow, we're gonna unlock the lake. And like I said, we're gonna go over exactly what we did and what we're gonna do tomorrow to find fish. But these walleyes were not easy. Everybody said they were gonna be shallow. They were definitely not shallow. We just went through the steps in figuring out where they were. We found them, we got them. There's still fish on the screen. Might drop back in, maybe get one more, and we'll see you guys in the morning. Back at it this morning, getting hogs. No, not really hogs, but we're back, Lake Clear. Day 2 today. We're gonna throw this guy back. We just got started. There's a couple little fish under the boat. We're gonna go through how we're breaking down this lake. Again, it's my first time out on Lake Clear ever in the boat. We came out yesterday. We decided that we were gonna start shallow, so we moved to wintering spots that we found fish in the winter close to spawning areas. We searched shallow, 20, 15, even 10 feet of water. We weren't seeing any fish. Was that because the lake is so clear and the fish were seeing the boat before we got to them? There is a big possibility. We moved out to 35 feet. We started catching fish yesterday. We moved further out all the way up to 50 some feet and we were catching fish. Today we're starting in 40. There's fish under the boat right now and there's fish obviously eating the jigging wraps today a little bit better. We got the cloud cover. We're just gonna move through off of these islands and shoals, but in the deep water. These fish had staged close to the creek mouths and the river mouths. They spawned, they did their deed. They moved out a little bit, I'd say that 20 to 25 foot range, but water's 60 degrees now, so they have definitely slid a little bit deeper. And that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna chase them around in the depths today. Once it becomes evening like last night, we'll probably push back up into 20 feet. As long as the wind doesn't get too bad, I think we'll have a good day of scoping. Let's get them. Day 2. You got him. Nice. Randy with a little guy. They're not big. We're seeing big ones, but
they're active.
Yeah, second fish of the day. They're all chasing. They're all eating. That's good. We cannot keep him. He is too small.
Way too small.
Finally made a move, new spot. Not a bad one, biggest of the day for sure. Still boat flipper though. Nice. We've been grinding. Wind picked up, we moved spots. We were gonna go fish whitefish, which we still might do, but we found a nice little flat 30 to 40 feet, and that has been the key depth. Biggest one of the day, probably about a 16 inch or so. Nice fish on the jigging wrap. I was literally tying up a jig with a minnow because they have not been committing to the jigging wrap. Putting them back. See you later, alligator. So we're gonna stick with the walleye. The wind did pick up. We were gonna go do whitefish in that bay, and then, like I said, we found this spot. The wind slowed down just enough that we could get back on them. I'm gonna get a jig head spinner with a minnow on again, and the 1-2 punch jigging wrap and some meat. If they don't want the jigging wrap, usually they'll eat the meat. So I'll show you guys the size of the head spinner I did have on. I had the second to biggest, which is that size right there, which is pretty close to, I'd say, almost a ½ ounce. And then that's the size I'm gonna put on. It's gonna just be a little bit easier for scoping, and a fuller drop means getting to the fish faster, especially when the boat's being blown around in the wind. You want to be able to go straight down, and then you can watch your line. Even if you lose your jig on the live scope, you can see the angle where your line is and adjust the boat with the trolling motor to get that line back in the beam, and then hopefully the fish is on you still by the time you get all that done, because sometimes they're not. Sometimes you get down there and you lose your jig, and by the time you find your jig again, there's no fish, and you got to reel back up and reset and do it all again. But that's scoping. I'd rather be scoping than hoping. We got one coming in. I think it's a walleye. We've been finding a lot more fish. Oh yeah, it's definitely a walleye. He's coming. He just pooped. See him poop?
Yeah.
Small one?
Something. Just going after another one, and this one came up from the bottom.
Randy with his first whitefish, maybe. Go easy on them when they get close, because it's a walleye, I think. Yep, walleye.
I'll take a walleye.
Trying for whitefish when we're getting walleye now. That's okay. Fish is a fish. Multi-species kind of day. Sick.
Yes, sir.
Rocket them. Bye. Finally got a whitefish. Man, we've been changing baits. Let me tell you. Yes. We're using a drop shot rig with a Magic Bug destroyer on the top. He chased it and ate it so hard. We're gonna be keeping that guy. Finally got a whitefish. We've been struggling for like hours, seeing like 50 of them. Could not get them to bite. Changing baits. Finally got a bait. There's like 6 on the screen right now. It's crazy. Put him in there. Keep doing that for a little bit. If we don't get blown off the lake, we're gonna go back to walleye eventually. It is windy though. Windy's good. Gets the fish snapping. Yes, that's a nice one, dude. I'm telling you, this is a good one right now. Oh yeah, get the net, get the net. Is it a whitefish? It's a whitefish! No way! No way! Maybe some of those walleyes that we thought weren't walleyes.
Yeah.
That's a big whitefish.
Yeah.
On a big jigging Rap. Holy smokes. We came for walleyes. We tried for pike. The first fish that we thought was a walleye ate a size 7 jigging Rap. 26, 27 inch whitefish. We're gonna let this guy go. We kept the other one because we ripped his gills, but this guy's still fresh. So let's do a release right over here. He's gonna swim back down nice in this clean water. So fragile. Gotta be careful with them if you're letting them go, but we already got one. He might not let go. Oh yeah, he'll let go. There he goes. He just had to figure it out. You can see him going down for a long ways. That's crazy. He's probably at like 15 feet. Well, I think one of those fish was a walleye with it, but that looked like a giant walleye. I thought I had a 26 incher on. Nope. Whitefish. Okay though, that's okay. We got a little bit of wind right now and a big storm coming in. If the storm doesn't come in, we're gonna try to get on these walleyes right now. And if not, I think we'll be going to the truck for an early night. That one kind of looks like a whitefish. The one that was just on me?
Yeah.
This one looks like a walleye. Yeah. Got him, boy! Took a little coaxing. This is definitely a walleye, not a whitefish. Oh, I lost him. We'll never know. We'll never know. It was a good one. Wasn't like a big, but it was good. Storm was rolling in. I think it's actually gonna miss us, but the fish weren't really biting anyways. Today was a tough day. We managed some whitefish while we were trying for walleye, and we managed some walleye while we were trying for whitefish. We never got the size that we got yesterday, but it was a great day. Multi-species action, new lake, discovering it in the boat. Lake Clear has a little bit of everything, and I think it's pretty tough because of how clear the water actually is. The fish are pushed out pretty deep, but thanks for checking this one out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces.